Hello everyone, my name is Matt and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I want to show you a PowerPoint I just completed, and this is for the first day of school for grade 6, but it could be used for grade 7 or 8 as well. Since it's the first day of school, it's a lesson that is designed to introduce yourself to the class and also get them to talk about themselves. Okay, so it's a great icebreaker lesson for your students. It's similar to the first day of school class that I have for grade 5 and 6. It's just harder. Okay, it's got longer and more extensive answers, and I have it designed in a way that will help them answer. So it's challenging, but it's manageable for them. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to do the lesson and some ideas about ways to manage the class and stuff like that. So if you're interested and want to purchase this lesson, you can go to my store, you can go to Teachers Pay Teachers, or you can go to Taobao. There are links in the video description below, so you can go and do that. And as always, if you enjoy lessons like this, please hit that like button. That really helps out my channel. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this PowerPoint, and let's get right into it. All right, let's have a look at this PowerPoint. So if you purchase this PowerPoint, you'll see that I have a reminder here that you need to change slides 16 to 29 because those slides are about me, and this PowerPoint, you're going to be taking your class, so then it needs to be about you. When we get to that part, I will show you, okay, what I'm talking about. So I've actually changed my rules here for grades 6, 7, and 8 to make it just more appropriate for their level. So I have respect each other. There's an explanation there and an example. I just wanted this to be a little bit higher level for middle school. 6th grade is still primary school in China, but 7th and 8th grade, yeah, I just think the rules should be a little bit different. And I have follow instructions. English level is just higher here. You can use this to teach them new words as well. There's lots of good stuff here as well. Speak English in class, actively participate, and have a positive attitude. Okay, so, and also since this is the first day, I have an explanation of how the teams work. So this is exactly from my other lessons for the first day of school for grade 3, 4, 5, and 6. So just a little explanation of how the points and things work. If you're teaching in 7th and 8th grade and you don't want to break them up into teams, that's up to you totally. It works well with a lot of classes, but as they get older, they start to care less about the teams. So you have to make that judgment yourself, whether you think it's going to be effective. You can do it for like the first month or something and then see how it goes. If they are enjoying it, then continue with the teams. In my experience with grade 6, some of the classes care about the points, but some of them don't really care, and once you establish a good rapport with them, you may not need it. But you might find that you do, and you might find that they really like it. So you can try it out and see how it goes. And obviously bring a notebook to class, and then here's where I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. You need to change these slides so they're about you. This is, if you purchase this PowerPoint, this is what it will look like. And you can just add your photo here, put your name here, and you're going to play 2 truths and 1 lie. And this is very good for the first day, especially with new students, because they're going to be very curious about you. They're going to want to know about you. They're going to be asking questions about you. So doing this activity is really good for that reason. And it's also a really good way to assess their English level, because through this activity, you can get them to read, you can get them to speak, and because it's interesting, they'll be much more engaged with this type of activity than they would be with other activities in my experience. So this isn't just about like, oh, I'm a new teacher, like, look at me, I'm so special. It's not about that. It's about answering these questions that they're going to have about you. You're new to them. You're trying to establish rapport. They want to know about you. So they're going to care about this. And then also you can get them to read, get them to speak, get them to interact. You can start to get a feel for their personality and their English level. And that's going to help you, okay, as you go into the year, as you're preparing lessons or adjusting lessons that you have from your previous jobs or whatever. You'll know what they can do, what they can't do, what each class is comfortable with. So this is really effective. So if you Again, this is going to be if you purchase this PowerPoint, this is what you're going to see. Okay, you need to add your own photo here. This just explains how they should put this in their notebook. They can write 1, 2, and 3, and then based on what their guesses are for 2 truths and 1 lie, how they can write it. Okay, and then here's how it works. So question 1, when you purchase this PowerPoint, this is what you'll use, right? So write a lie about yourself here, write a truth about yourself here, and write another truth about yourself here. So it's 2 truths and 1 lie. So you can just, write whatever you need to write in here. You can add some pictures if you want. And then it's already programmed in. So you need to write your lie here, okay? And then, you show them what the correct answer is. This is a lie. After you give them a minute or two to think, you can have them read each one and get them thinking. They'll be discussing with each other. You can tell them to discuss with their partner what they think. Can make it an interesting activity. And then get them to raise their hand and get a bunch of people to guess. You can even poll the class, who thinks A is a lie? They raise their hand. Who thinks B is a lie? Raise your hand. Who thinks C is a lie? Raise your hand, okay? And then you reveal the answer. And you'll see that they're excited. Yeah, I was right, yeah, I was right. Okay, and then rinse and repeat. Oh, here you can explain. So based on 2 of the truths here, you can explain that it's true, right? So you can write something about yourself here that explains that it's true. You can add a photo about what that thing is. Okay, same thing for the second truth on that slide, same thing. Okay, and then you go into, if you want to explain any other truth, you can do it here. Okay, it's up to you. Or you can remove this one and just have two slides for a truth. Okay, you might want to explain more stuff about yourself. Okay, you can do that here. And then you can do question number 2 again. So got a lie. Okay, same thing here. And then explain the truths. And then same thing here. Okay, and you mix it up here. In this case, C is a lie. You can rearrange them. So you could, it's okay to have two lies in a row as A. It'll kind of throw them off a little bit. They'll think there's no way he would have put them both, or she would have put them both as A. Okay, and like I said, you can remove one of these truths if you just want to explain the truths that are in this activity, or you can add another truth about yourself, something else that's interesting about you. Okay. Okay, and same thing here. And I'll show you what mine looks like really quickly in my PowerPoint. Okay, so this is the actual questions from my class for the 2 truths and 1 lie. So you can take a look. So teacher Matt is scared of bats. You can actually have them read this. So you can have them say it together. You can call on students to read it to see how well they're reading, their pronunciation. Okay, teacher Matt has a cat. And teacher Matt is from the USA. Okay, give them a minute or two to write down their guesses. Which one is a lie? Only one of them is a lie. And then call on some students to give you their guesses. Then take a survey of the class, what they think. Okay, then reveal the answer. Okay, you'll see that the ones who got it right will be excited. Okay, so then I have a map here. Teacher Matt is from the USA. He is an American. Okay, and teacher Matt has a pet cat, Louie. And teacher Matt isn't scared of bats, but he is scared of snakes. Okay, you can have the students read these slides as well. That's why it's in the 3rd person here. Okay, and then question number 2. Okay, teacher Matt was born in 1986. Teacher Matt has 1 sister. Teacher Matt has 1 brother. Okay, this is going to be quite interesting for them because they have no idea what year I was born. They don't know if I have a brother or sister, so they're going to be really guessing. But it's going to be hard for them, but it's interesting, and then you'll really see that they're excited. Okay, to get it right. Okay, teacher Matt does not have a brother. Okay, so teacher Matt was born in 1986. How old is he? So you have the math here. I'll just show them like this first. And then you can have them do the math really quickly. It's amazing how quick they will do the math. You'll have students shouting out the answer the second they see it. Okay, 38 years old. Okay, teacher Matt has 1 sister. She is 40 years old. There's my sister. Okay, question number 3, same deal. Teacher Matt likes running. Teacher Matt's favorite subject is Chinese. Teacher Matt likes to sing. Okay, what do they think? Which one is a lie? And then reveal the answer. Okay, so teacher Matt is a runner. Teacher Matt's favorite subject is Chinese. Okay, and that's it. Okay, and obviously, this is from my lesson, so it gives you an idea of how you could add photos and what kinds of questions you could use for this activity. All right, let's go back into the PowerPoint. Okay, so after two truths and one lie, now you want to learn about your students. And because this is the first day of school, again, you're assessing their English level. That's the purpose of this class. You're breaking the ice with them. It shouldn't be that difficult, but you're also trying to see how is their pronunciation? How is their reading? How is their understanding? Can they respond in full sentences? How comfortable are they speaking English? And you also get a sense of who are the better English speakers in the class. Okay, so you can take a note of that. So during activities, when you need people to model things, you can call on those students first, okay? Because having students who feel more comfortable and who are more competent in English will be good students to use in the future when you're modeling activities and stuff, okay? So a first day of school like this it's very effective in my opinion, and you're really trying to set the stage so they feel comfortable in your class and they feel comfortable to participate, okay? So you don't want the first day to be too difficult. Now, I did make this lesson more difficult in the previous first day of school lessons that I had, but it's for a higher level. And also I've done stuff to help them during the lesson that I didn't have in previous lessons that I think is really good. So the way it works is you split the class into teams as I showed in the beginning of this PowerPoint and as I do in all of my lessons. Call on one student, or you can have popsicle sticks with their student numbers on them. If you live in China, every student has a student number. Okay, it's like 1 to 50. If there's 50 kids in the class, you pull out a stick. If it's number 7, call number 7. Okay, who's number 7? Number 7 will. You can just spin the wheel for them. You can ask them if they want this wheel or this wheel. Okay, tell them to say when to stop. Okay, D. Each one of these is a link. Okay, so they spin the wheel and then you click on the letter. Okay, so click on D. Okay, and then we have a question. Now, what you can do is then pull another stick out, okay, and have the other student ask the question, okay? Or you can, if they're sitting in pairs, if you pull out number 7, right, number 7 spun the wheel, whoever's sitting next to number 7 can be the one who asks the question. It's up to you how you want to do it, okay? So what is your favorite room in your home? And my favorite room in my home is okay, and they should, this is grade 6, 7, 8, they should be able to say these names. If they don't know the names of the rooms, or they're struggling a bit, you can ask them, okay, what room is this? And write them on the board if you want, okay? Then once they tell you what room it is, you click the arrow. All of my PowerPoints have directions on them, so you can see it says click the arrow, that's where you go next, okay? Then the other student should ask, why is let's say they said, your living room your favorite, okay? And then there's 3 different ways they can answer. So I like my living room because, or I like my living room best because, or my living room is my favorite because it has, the reason I love my living room is that, okay? And you can see that C is the harder way to answer. So they can choose whatever they want. And also there's example answers here, okay? So if you call on a student who's not very comfortable, they can just read the example answer, okay? They can just read it. It's still okay. They're still getting English practice. You're still, giving them a chance to speak. But it's hard to speak in front of an entire group. So if they just want to read that, it's okay. Okay, they can just read it. Okay, and then after that student does it, you can click here. You can actually have that student ask the other student if you want as well. The other student that just participated, you can do it that way as well. Another thing you can do is, for example, here. What is your favorite room in your home? You can have the whole class be thinking about it. Okay, so that one student spun the wheel. That one student's going to answer, but you can give that student a second to think, and she or he can write down their answer. Okay, and other students, you can encourage them to also be thinking of an answer. So when the student asks the other student, what is your favorite room in your home? They say, my favorite room is my living room. Who else? What is your favorite room in your home? And call another student. And my favorite room is my bedroom. What is your favorite room in your home? And get a few different people to answer. Then go to the next slide. Then that original student who now might feel a little bit more comfortable because a bunch of other students answered. All the focus isn't just on her or on him. Then they get to be asked the second question and they can think of their answer. You can let them think for a second. You can let the whole class think for a second. Why is this your favorite room? Okay. And you can ask the student to answer it. You can ask a few other students to tell you. You can ask them, what's your favorite room? Oh, your kitchen. Why is your kitchen your favorite? And they say, I like my kitchen best because I can eat delicious food there. I can cook food there, whatever. Okay. Then you click on the spinning wheel, and that student who was the primary focus of the question can spin the wheel, stop, and get points for their team. Okay. Then you click to go back. Okay. And rinse and repeat. Okay. I'm not going to spin the wheel and show you different ones. I'm just going to go through and show you. Okay. Obviously, you could spin either wheel, okay, and click, but let's just go through and see what all of the different questions are that are on this. You can get a sense if this PowerPoint is actually appropriate for your students or for what you need. Okay, so this one is, how often do you go to the park? Okay, so I usually go to the park, okay, how many times a week? And you can see there's example answers here. Once, twice, 3 times, okay? This is to help them, okay? Because not everyone's going to be able to understand exactly how to answer this. Like, what does this mean? What should I say? Okay, you can see there's a sentence here with a blank, but then there's actually example answers. Okay, then and also you can see that there's once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times there as well that they can see. Okay, then click here. What do you usually do at the park? And then again, I usually, and there's an activity here, at the park with my, and then an answer. So you can see, I usually, I'll just go like this, you can see, I'll move myself out of the way, okay? So I usually play soccer at the park with my friends. I usually have a picnic at the park with my family. I usually ride my bike at the park with my brother, okay? You can see there's an example there, 3 examples, okay, that they can use if they want. They can say those if they want, or they can say something else. And again, you can call on multiple students to give you their answer, okay? So more people get a chance to practice. And then you can allow the original student who spun the wheel to spin this wheel and get points, okay? Let's see, question B. What is your favorite game to play with friends? My favorite games to play with friends are, so they can give you more than one, okay? So if they say games, they can say 2 or 3 games. If they only want to say 1, they can say 1. It's totally fine. And then click the arrow. So why do you like playing that game with your friends? And again, there are sentence starters here. There are examples so that they can answer these questions confidently without feeling too much pressure or freezing. I don't know what to say. If they don't know what to say, they can read one of these. Okay, spin the wheel, go back. Okay, let's go to the next one. Who is your favorite teacher? Okay, you don't need to say me. Okay, my favorite teacher is the teacher's name, because, and then the reason. Again, there are examples here. Okay, and this one doesn't have a second slide. So you go here, spin the wheel, go to the next one. Okay, D. Oh, we already did D. We did D before. I forgot. D was the example we did before. Okay, now E. What time is it? Okay, so they spin this wheel. Okay, so they would say the time. You can see there are examples here of how to say the different times. So it's 5:30, it's 8:15, it's 5:15. In this case, it is 5:15. Okay, so it's 5:15. Click the arrow. What do you usually do at 5:15? Okay, the time landed on 5:15. At 5:15, I usually, okay, and there's a bunch of different things here they could say. Play badminton, do chores, practice piano, do my homework, whatever. And you can see an example here. So time landed on is 7 a.m. Question, what do you usually do at 7 a.m.? Example, at 7 a.m. I usually eat breakfast. Okay, and then spin the wheel. Okay, let's go to the next one. F, who is your best friend? Okay, and you can see there is a little example here. My best friend is named Tom. He is 10 years old and we have been friends since grade 1. Okay, whatever. And here's another example. Jack, 12, grade 1. Okay, then go here. Can you describe your best friend? Okay, so he, she is tall, short, medium. Short, medium. I got to get rid of this medium. It should just be tall or short. I don't know why. Medium. Tall or short. He is tall or short. That's better. Medium. I could put medium height. Yeah, we can do that. Let's do medium height. I don't know why I had that the other way. Medium height. This might be something that the students haven't seen before as far as a way to say something, but you know, they can learn it there. or you could say, you can even change it to average height if you want. It might be a little bit, yeah, we could change to average, medium. You can change this, you can adjust this PowerPoint however you like in your class. So again, all of these PowerPoints, I mentioned this in all of my videos, but all of my PowerPoints are totally editable. You can change them on the fly. Just like I just changed that just now, you can change this however you like. You can remove slides, add slides, change questions. You could use it as a template, right? However you like. Okay, you can see different examples here. Spinning wheel. Let's go back. We need to go behind me. Let's go here. G. Okay, so this one's a little bit different. So here there is a Chinese word, okay, and you can show and hide the answer. Okay, so you would get them to tell you what this is. In this case, it's the word hobby, okay? And before you leave the slide, re-hide it so that if another student comes here or spins the wheel and lands on this, if that's the way you're playing, you could do it that, you know, you only want the question to be landed on once. I'll show you in a second about that. Okay, so then you go here. Okay, so what is your hobby and why do you enjoy it? My hobby is running. I enjoy it because it helps me relax, okay, and get exercise or stay healthy or whatever you want to say, okay, and then spinning wheel. So what I was going to say was here, when you are playing this game, you can write on the board the ones you've already used. So if someone spins a D, you can write D on the board and like D's done, okay? So if someone else spins a D or lands on D later in the lesson, you can say, you know, spin again, like we've already done D, okay? If not, and you end up on this slide again, you can hide it again. Oops, you can hide it like this, click here and hide it, and then when you come back to the slide, let me show you. When you come back to the slide, it will be hidden, okay? So if you decide to play where they can land on things twice, then you have the option to show and hide stuff so that if they come back, it will be hidden, okay? All right, let's continue. For the record, when I play, I do only allow them to click on the answer once or do each letter once. That way they can see more questions and I can give them a chance to practice with, you know, more of a variety of questions. And ideally you get a few people to answer each time, you know, like I said, so that it's not just the one student. And if your class is an hour long, you'll have time to do this. If your class is 40 minutes or 45 like mine, you might be a little bit pressed for time. So, you know, just be aware of that. Okay, so then let's go here. How do you usually spend your weekends? And at the weekends, I usually, okay, and there's some options here, what they can do, example answers. I think you understand now how I'm running this class. Okay, let's go to the other side here. So we have what do you want to be when you grow up? And there's a bunch of different options here. And then why do you want to be a doctor when you grow up? Okay. And then there's 3 different sentence starters for them to think about. I want to be, so for slides like this, I definitely I'll say it again, give them a chance to think, you know, think and write down their answers. That way they have, you know, a chance to really think of what they want to say. Because on the fly, it might be a little bit difficult for them. My foot keeps hitting stuff. It might be difficult for them to come up with something quickly, okay? And if they feel a lot of pressure, you can tell them just to read one of these or they can write it in their notebook, okay? And J is, okay, so if you've you have seen my PowerPoints before, you know that I have 2 lessons about the solar system for grade 4. Obviously, not every student's going to know these, but you will have some students that know, so you can have students volunteer to tell you how to say these in English. You can click here to reveal the answers, okay? So it's a fun activity. A lot of students are interested in the solar system. They just don't know how to say them in English. Jupiter's hidden there behind me. And again, you can hide them back, okay? So I think it's a fun lesson. I remember when I was in primary school, I was very interested in the solar system. So you will have a lot of students who are interested in stuff like this who will want to show that they know it, okay? And then here, they spin the wheel. And let's say they land on Uranus, then you click on Uranus, okay? So this is the planet Uranus. Okay, it's and they have to see, like, what is it? Is Rocky, gas giant, ice giant? If you've taught my curriculum before, then your students should remember this. Okay, it's an ice giants. Okay, and it says behind me, it's the what planets? Okay, it is the seventh planet. Now they could probably just see it there. There's pictures of it, right? And here you're going to be listening to their pronunciation of seventh, eighth, first, second, and everything like that. Okay, and then click the spinning wheel to go back. Okay. Okay. K is, what is your favorite place around town? Okay, here's some places around town. Another great lesson. I'm planning to develop a PowerPoint like this. I have one that I made before, but it's not fully done. And this summer I was working on it. Probably it's like 80% completed, but I did not finish the final game. Okay, so I need to do. If you're interested in this lesson, please leave a comment below and let me know which grade, because I've made it here for like grade 4, 3 or 4, but I can easily adapt it, I guess, for higher grades. And yeah, I'm curious to know how many people would actually be interested in wanting that lesson, so I can go ahead and be motivated to finish it. I'm doing a lot of stuff right now. I have a bunch of lessons that are 70% completed, but I just never, got them totally done. So my apologies, but there's a bunch of lessons. That's why I have so many slides like this that I can share, because I'm in the middle of making a bunch of different lessons. Okay, then you go here. So why do you like the, and then the place. Okay, and again, there's sentence starters here. Okay, and example answers. Okay, rinse and repeat. Where are we at? L. Yes. What is your favorite Chinese festival? Again, this is another lesson that is in, well, a few of the ones before I didn't mention, but like there's a bunch of lessons that are, almost done, and I just need that extra push to finish that last 10% of the lesson. The hardest part's done, finding all the photos and pictures and putting all the stuff together. I just gotta push them out the door and make videos. We've been, I'll just add in here, we just moved back to Nanjing, so I'm in transition period. My wife is pregnant, so we're quite busy with a lot of stuff, and I'm going back to work next week and stuff. So a lot of stuff's happening, and I just haven't had the time or the headspace, I guess, to get stuff completed like this. But I do need to do it. So motivate me. If you want these lessons, let me know. Okay. So what do people do at different festivals? Okay. And there's an answer here. Okay. And then let's go to the next one is M. What are you good at? Okay. And we have, example answers here as well. And spinning wheel. And we did that one already. N is, what musical instrument do you play? Another lesson that is in progress, not completed. I need to do, Embarrassing that I haven't got these out the door, but I will finish them. And then example answers. Okay, this is testing how long have you been doing something. See if they understand that. That'll be a good key for you. If you find your students don't know this, then that's a lesson you can definitely teach them. I hope that my grade 6 knows this, but I haven't taught these students since they were in grade 4, so they should have learned it last year with the other teacher, but potentially not. So I'm gonna have to get this lesson out, the full lesson out to them, and finish that one as well. Okay, let's go back, and we're at O. So how do you come to school every day? This is a grade 4 lesson that I have in my store. If you're interested in that full lesson, you can go and grab that. There's been a few full lessons in this that I should have mentioned before. The solar system one was one, and there's a few others. Okay, and then here's another one of those where there's a hidden word. Okay, so you can see it here. The clever ones will see that the word is here as well. But yeah, they will be able to see the translation. I can write that down if they don't know it. Okay, and then last one is another one with a hidden word, so it should be abroad. And then, have you ever traveled abroad? And they can either say yes I have or no I haven't. If they say yes I have, they'll be taken to the slide that has a yes I have answer. If they say no I haven't, they'll be taken one that says no I haven't traveled abroad yet, but I would like to go to. Okay, and here it says, yes, I have traveled abroad. I have been to, and they can tell you the country, with who, okay? You can do your example on the board if you want. Yes, I have traveled abroad. I've been to Japan with my friend, okay? And then click the spinning wheel, and then there you go, okay? So that's all the questions. I hope, if you have any questions about these questions, you can ask me, you can email me. And then at the end, if there's time, don't think there'll be time if you're teaching a single period, but if you have a longer class, then you can have them do this writing activity. Again, this is to learn about them. So write about one of your favorite things. If they don't want to write about one of these things, they can write about something else, okay? But they should include details about why they like them, okay? And then here's some prompts they could use. My favorite food is, okay, my favorite hobby is, my favorite subject in school is, and because, okay? And then here's some examples, okay? In my class, I will assign this as homework, and I will, in the second class, I will ask some students if they want to tell me, okay, or give it to me, and I will look at it, or they can read it, okay? It's up to you totally how you want to do it, okay? And that is the whole lesson, okay? Thank you. Okay, I really hope you enjoyed that PowerPoint. If you did and you want to purchase it, don't forget to go to the links in the video description below, and you can very easily grab this lesson and any other lesson that you need. And don't forget that if you want to bundle my PowerPoints together, you can get a good deal on them. So yeah, go ahead and do that if you need that. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit that like button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.